This might be the most underrated watch brand in the world right now, and the crazy part is that it belongs to the Holy Trinity. When people talk about the greatest names in watchmaking, three brands usually come up: Patek, AP, and Vacheron. And Vacheron has more than 250 years of history, incredible finishing, serious complications, and some of the most elegant watches ever made. But for some reason, Vacheron still does not get the same level of hype, and that is exactly why it might be one of the most interesting opportunities in luxury watches today. Because while everyone is chasing the same obvious watches, Vacheron Constantin is sitting quietly in the background with real heritage, real craftsmanship, and in many cases, watches that are trading below retail on the secondary market. So today, we are talking about why Vacheron might be the sleeping giant of the Holy Trinity, and why collectors may eventually look back and realize this was the brand they should have paid more attention to. Let's get into it. The first thing you need to understand is that Vacheron Constantin is not some new hype brand trying to create attention. This is one of the oldest watchmakers in the world, founded in 1755, which means the brand was making watches before most luxury brands even existed. And yet, when you look at the market today, Vacheron is in a very strange position. Patek still has massive demand. AP still has massive demand. But Vacheron, even though it belongs in the same conversation, often trades at a discount compared to retail. And that creates a very interesting question. Is Vacheron weak, or is the market simply not paying attention? Because when you actually look at the watches, the quality is there, the complications are there, the prestige is there. What is missing is the same level of hype that surrounds brands like Patek and Audemars. And in today's watch market, hype can completely change everything. A perfect example is the Overseas. This is Vacheron's luxury sports watch, and in many ways, it competes in the same world as the Nautilus and the Royal Oak. You get an integrated bracelet, beautiful finishing, strong proportions, interchangeable straps, and a design that feels elegant but still sporty enough to wear every day. But unlike the Nautilus or the Royal Oak, many Overseas models can still be found below retail on the secondary market. That does not mean the watch is bad. In fact, it may mean the exact opposite. It may mean the watch is underappreciated. Of course, there are exceptions, and this is where the story becomes more interesting. Models like the Vacheron Constantin 222 and the Overseas Everest are probably the pieces people would immediately bring up, because those watches are much more collectible and can trade differently from the rest of the catalog. The 222 has that vintage-inspired design and historical connection that collectors love, while the Everest has the limited production feel and sportier personality that makes it stand out inside the Overseas family. So yes, not every Vacheron is sitting below retail. Certain references, especially the 222 and Everest, are probably at a premium, or at least much stronger than the average model. But that actually proves the point even more, because it shows that when Vacheron creates the right watch with the right story, collectors do respond. The issue is not that people do not respect Vacheron. The issue is that the broader market has not placed the same hype around the entire brand yet. Now, some people might say, maybe Vacheron just makes too many watches, but that is where the numbers become interesting. According to the production figures, Patek Philippe produces around 50,000 watches per year, Audemars Piguet produces around 40,000 watches per year, and Vacheron Constantin produces around 23,000 watches per year. So Vacheron is not flooding the market. It is actually producing significantly fewer watches than the other two Holy Trinity brands. And that makes the situation even more fascinating, because normally lower production should help create more scarcity, more demand, and stronger market prices. But with Vacheron, that is not happening across most of the catalog. So the problem is probably not overproduction. The issue seems to be something different. It could be marketing, it could be brand positioning, or it could simply be that Vacheron has not built the same global hype machine around one single model, the way Audemars did with the Royal Oak, or Patek did with the Nautilus. And that matters, because in the modern watch world, perception can be almost as powerful as the watch itself. A watch can be technically incredible, historically important, and beautifully finished, but if collectors are not emotionally chasing it, the market will not behave the same way. That is where Vacheron becomes very interesting. If you are only buying watches for hype, maybe you ignore it. But if you are buying watches because you care about history, craftsmanship, and long-term collectability, then Vacheron deserves serious attention. Look across the collections, and you start to understand the depth of the brand. The Patrimony gives you clean, classic dress watch elegance. The Traditionnelle gives you serious, traditional watchmaking. The Historiques collection brings back some of the most important vintage-inspired designs from the brand's past. And the Overseas gives you the modern luxury sports watch that more collectors are starting to appreciate. The interesting part is that the discounts are not only happening in one area. They appear across different materials, different collections, and even different complications. Steel watches, gold watches, platinum watches, simple models, and complicated models can all be found at attractive levels compared with retail. Even serious pieces like perpetual calendars, moon phases, and tourbillons can often be found below retail, which is unusual for a brand with this level of heritage. Normally, When you think about high complications from a Holy Trinity watchmaker, you expect the market to respect them heavily. But with Vacheron, the market is still very selective. That can be a challenge for the brand, but for the buyer, it can also be an opportunity, because you may be able to buy a genuinely important watch from one of the greatest watchmakers in the world without paying the same high premium you would pay for another brand. Now, I want to be very clear. This does not mean every Vacheron is a great investment, and you should never buy a watch only because you think it will go up in value. The first reason to buy any watch should always be because you love it. You love the design, you love the story, you love how it feels on the wrist, and you love what the brand represents. But if you already like Vacheron, today's market may be giving you something rare, a chance to buy into one of the greatest watchmakers in the world at a more attractive level than most people would expect. And that is why I think Vacheron Constantin is one of the most underrated brands in luxury watches right now. Not because it's cheap, because it's definitely not cheap. Not because every model is perfect, because no brand has a perfect catalog, but because the gap between the quality of the brand and the attention it receives is massive. But Vacheron still feels like the brand many collectors discover later in their journey, once they stop chasing hype and start looking deeper into watchmaking. And sometimes, that is where the smartest buyers are looking. So the real question is this: is Vacheron Constantin undervalued, or is the market right to ignore it? Personally, I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. The brand probably does have work to do when it comes to marketing and desirability, but the watches themselves are serious. The history is real, the finishing is real, and the watchmaking is real. And if more collectors start to realize that, Vacheron may not stay overlooked forever. Now, I want to hear from you. Would you buy a Vacheron Constantin over a Patek Philippe or Audemars Piguet? And if yes, which model would you choose? Let me know in the comments. And if you are looking to buy your next luxury watch, whether it is Vacheron Constantin, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, Rolex, Richard Mille, or something even rarer, reach out to Big Mo Watches. We are based in Dubai and specialize in sourcing unworn and highly sought-after luxury watches from around the world. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.